The iconic song Solsbury Hill by Peter Gabriel is wonderfully catchy, and it has this really cool fingerstyle pattern that we're going to learn today. First thing to point out about Solsbury Hill is its meter. So it's not in 3, it's not in 4, it's actually in 7 if you count it out. So that is the first thing that might be a little bit tricky, is getting used to playing in 7. But actually, once you get this right hand pattern down in the chords, you probably won't even notice that you're playing in 7. The tricky part's probably for most people going to be the right hand picking pattern. The key though to mastering this little pattern here is to learn the right hand part by itself. If you've ever had piano lessons, oftentimes the teacher will say, play the right hand by itself, now play the left hand part, and then you put them together. Okay, our brains work better for doing one thing at a time. And guitar playing, fingerstyle especially, is a really challenging thing to do, and it requires a great deal of coordination. Break it down. First, our thumb is going back and forth, right, on the 5th string and the 4th string throughout this whole pattern. Okay. As soon as my thumb plays the 5th string, it goes to the 4th string and rests there, okay? And as soon as I play the 4th string, it goes back to the 5th string. See that? We call that planting or preparing the finger. What it does is it's training your thumb, it's training the muscle memory to get the thumb to cooperate, right? To go where it's supposed to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Generally, when we're playing multiple notes on the same string, we want to alternate I, M, or some other combination of the fingers. What we don't want to do is use the same finger for multiple notes. It's like hopping on one leg. You can't go as fast. It's less secure, shall I say. So in this case, we're starting with the index finger, index, middle, index. Let's just take the first 2 beats, okay? This part here. Okay, we're going to isolate that, show you how to separate the right hand, and then you can apply it to the rest of the pattern in this song or any other song you're trying to learn. So we start thumb and middle together. Next thing that happens, the thumb moves down to the 4th string. Okay? Maybe you want to just do that much by itself first, right? Bite off tiny chunks so that you can digest them better. Okay, then we're going to add the next note, which is the ring finger on the 1st string. Now, a lot of fingerstyle players only use 3 fingers, some maybe just 2. I use 4, okay? The pinky we don't really use so much in plucking, except in extraordinary circumstances. In flamenco guitar, we'll use the pinky for strumming, but that's a whole nother story. So I'm using a fixed finger position here, meaning my index finger is on the 3rd string, my middle finger, M, is on the 2nd string, and my ring finger, which we call A for anular, which is the Spanish word for ring finger, is on the 1st string. Bing. Now the fingers do not move from these strings. They're going to stay there, except for the pickup. When the middle finger is going to come and play the 2nd note on the 3rd string to make sure they're alternating throughout, okay? Here's the pattern, right hand alone. Practice that pattern by itself, and it really helps. What I'm doing is looking at the music, right? It really helps to look so you can keep track, because when you're not playing the left hand, it just sounds like open strings, so you're not really hearing the tune. Right, so it's easy to get lost. We've got this chord shape here, and we have the open E string as well. So in this case, you really want to make sure you're up on the tips of your fingers, and notice that my thumb is behind the neck, about halfway up, maybe slightly higher. And you want to keep this space. Let's see how I can get a shot of this, right? The space, this row of knuckles right here, see? There's space there. There we go. can't get it in focus, but you get the idea. 1, 2, there, okay? Doing a half bar, so my first finger is covering string 4, 3, and 2. On the end of beat 3, I'm only plucking the 4th and 3rd strings with my thumb and my index finger. Now here's the tricky part, okay? This is beat 1, 2, 3, 4. The tricky part is the order in which I'm lifting my fingers in the left hand. The melody is, okay? I lift my second finger first so that I can keep that F sharp, and then the 3rd finger comes off. I, and back to it, M. If you really want to challenge yourself, try counting as you play. And 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Now in this video, I'm only covering this intro bit because this is the hardest part. Once you get that right hand pattern established, then the rest of it, right? You'll figure that out easily. So this is the hardest part, though, is getting that intro. Okay, there you have it. If you have questions, comments, hit me up in the comments section there, and I'd be happy to talk with you on Zoom if you want, or go a little further into this technique. Be sure to like and subscribe. My name's John Yerby. You're watching The Space Between.